Hey everyone. I am Hi everyone. I am live this morning. Good to have you here. It's Tuesday, November 5th, and we're talking about Ask Me Anything. So this is the time to have your questions ready, but more importantly, I'm fixing stuff. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, well, thanks for being here, first of all. Um, Today is Tuesday, November 5th, and here in the United States we have elections. So I'm sure folks are going to vote if they haven't voted already. But if you don't know who I am Coach T with the red glasses. I'm here on LinkedIn audio. So hi to Liaba. I know I pronounced your name wrong, so forgive me. And here on the other channels that I'm usually hanging out on. You guys already know. For anyone that's new on my channel, um, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for checking us out. It's really a channel for folks, especially women that are dealing with some kind of chronic issues that really want to come together and understand their bodies and get more help in their health. So that's what I do. I talk about health, especially from the trials and tribulations I've had and I've overcame. I want to help you also. So thank you so much for being here live this morning. So excuse me. So first of all, I want to say, and I want to pray us in, especially today. Excuse me. So forgive my voice. I don't know what's going on. And we're going to rectify that as we keep going. So my prayer this morning is this. I give thanks to my Lord for waking us up today to provide another day of grace and mercy. Please, Jesus, allow my light to shine in the darkness so others may see and hear what's needed for them. Use me as a vessel, Lord, by increasing you, God, and decreasing me. And we give you the glory by rejoicing in your will again today as you cover us all. May we have peace and unity in our land today. And I thank you so much, Lord, for this. And whatever questions that are asked of me today, allow me to answer them to the best of my ability. In your mighty name, Jesus. Amen. So thank you very much for that. Let's get going. I just want to share, first of all, a disclaimer, as I do all the time. It's definitely in the description. But I just want to let you know that I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a health practitioner. So always consult with your physician on anything I'm sharing on this channel or any other videos I do that I share from my experiences and my clients' experiences also. So if you have any questions for me, definitely let me know in the comments. If you're here on LinkedIn audio, you can definitely put them in the you can raise your hand and put them, and I can answer your questions. But I do have a couple of questions that I know people usually ask me. So first of all, I want to say shout out to hi Devorah. Good morning. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you, my girl Deb this morning. She's from my crochet group, and of course, my other girlfriend, Coach Kim. So the most common, and hi Coach Chanel over there on LinkedIn audio. But the most common question I get, being the fact that I've gained over 100 pounds in my life, and I was ruling, in addition to the fact that I also had something called systemic lupus, which is an autoimmune condition. And God has definitely healed my body from that. So the most common questions I get is, girl, how the heck did you eat what you needed to eat in order to rectify and heal your body? That's the most common question I get. And matter of fact, and I'll get to you, Coach Kim. Matter of fact, someone just yesterday, this is how good God is. I've been on this channel consistently since, I would say, August on live channels with YouTube and Facebook. But more importantly, I know over in YouTube, I've been there since February of this year, doing these healthy talks or everything with health and, all the things, sugar, diabetes, obesity, all the things. And someone yesterday asked me for some help for their wife who's pregnant and is also dealing with lupus. And I was just amazed that someone referred uh, them to me so that I can help. And I felt really honored by that. So I'll definitely be in contact with them. But the first question I had, and I thought of this, is that I eat a certain way because it's necessary. I'm going to be flat out, right up real with you. It is necessary for me to eat a certain way in order for this body to continue to function and to be here with you, because there was one time in my life, almost literally 20 years ago, that my rheumatologist said to me that if you do not stop eating, overeating the way you're eating, you will die. You will die. You're already 100 pounds overweight, and the lupus at this time is at the height of working against you. You have to stop eating poorly. You have to find a way. Otherwise, you'll be dead. Your husband will have a new wife, and your kids will have a new mom. And I was just bawling, crying. I just didn't know what to do, guys. And I know there are people out there today that are feeling like that. They're feeling confused. There's so much stuff going on the internet. They don't know what to do when they're dealing with some kind of um, dis-ease in their body, whether it's hypertension all the way to cancer. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share that real quick with you. What I do eat, I eat a lot of foods that are what we call anti-inflammatory, and I also eat for my blood type, so that it works with all the cells and the tissues in my body, so that I can have more energy, so that I can have more nutrients in my body that I need. We need certain vitamins in our bodies so that we can definitely move on. And I believe, and I'll name a couple of foods, and then I'll answer Coach Kim's question. A couple of foods that definitely work for me is vegetables like broccoli, kale, spinach. Those are my favorite, actually. Brussels sprouts are good, especially when you cook them nice and crispy. They taste actually kind of sweet. I do eat a lot of fruits. The fruits that I prefer are bananas, grapes, berries. I love berries; are very, very good for you. Um, I do eat kiwi once in a while, but I do like bananas and apples and stuff like that. I do eat turkey once in a while. I'm kind of pulling back because I was eating it almost every other day. But I'm a fish person too, so fish has great omega 3s in that. So good to see you, Sister Joy, here, and in the house too, also. So those are some of the things I eat offhand. So a question came in the chat from Coach Kim. She says, how do we stay consistent with eating healthy? That's a great question. Man, that took me years to figure that out. It's called discipline. And sometimes we lack discipline. But even more importantly is to take the time. Sometimes I feel we in a world that's going too fast, that we do everything instantly. Learn to allow your body to take time to really recognize what's going on. Sometimes we get hit with life, and as we put it, life and happens, right, Coach Janelle? Life and be happening. And sometimes we just have to stop and pause. Why am I, ask yourself the question, why am I not eating healthy today? What's going on? Did someone just die? Is it the fact that we're having elections here in the United States right now that's causing me to eat crazy? Is it the fact that I just got fired from my job, or my kid just did this and I don't have money to pay for that? All of these things are hitting us at one time sometimes, and it causes us to go to food, because food is usually readily available, especially here in the United States. So, in order to eat consistently, what I like to do is called meal prepping. I like to have foods in my house that I know I can easily have access to. When I don't bring the junk in, then I don't eat it because it's not here to eat. So when I do it consistently, is I meal prep, or I should say my husband meal preps. Anyway, we buy the foods, like the different vegetables. I have carrots in here, I have celeries in here, I have nuts in here. So when I do need to quote unquote have a snack, I go to those foods, and then have I would say have some kind of routine with that. I am totally boring, guys, when it comes to eating. You go out, you be like, she eating the same thing again, because I know it works. Not to say I'm not going to try different foods, especially if I'm traveling. I'm not saying that at all, but I know what works for my body to sustain the health that's it's sustained. Because guys, we don't want to end up on any kind of medication if we don't have to. If your doctor is telling you at the point that you're on the borderline, like pre-diabetic to diabetes, there's things you can do right now with eating, so you don't have to get that pill. Same thing with with high blood pressure, right? We can eat foods that bring that stuff down, and it's staying away from the foods that I know are so good and juicy, right? Like the juicy hamburger with the cheese on it, or the deep dive French fries from a certain company that you might like, or the fact that we're eating you might be eating a whole big bag of potatoes. I had to I had to overcome that again. And I remember this used to be an issue for me back in the day, and it happened again. I had to go back to eating consistently when I know I have the foods in my home or around me, or even if I'm driving or you're going to work. A lot of us go to a job. Some of us are working at home. Find stuff around that you can definitely know that they are your go-to foods. That there's no way that you are going to go the other way if you have these foods in your house. Now, it's not easy when you go grocery shopping and you're hungry. Never go grocery shopping when you're hungry, because then you buy everything in the store that you know darn well that it is not good for you. Okay. And Coach Joyce said meal prep is so challenging. I heard it's good. Meal prep can be challenging, I feel, if you don't take the time to do it. Once you do it, it becomes a habit over a certain amount of days. Anything we do for 66 days, guys, becomes part of what we do. It's a routine, it's something that you can definitely feel good about. So, meal prep, if you're on the weekends and you're going grocery shopping, find your foods, cut your foods up, and put them in containers. That's why we put them in glass containers so we have access to it. Pick a day of the week that works for your schedule, guys, in terms of grocery shopping. If you're a person that you know you have to go early in the morning, then do that. If you're a person you know that can handle it after work or in the afternoon when the kids are at school, do it as succinctly that you can. It's so important that we do that. Um, and I understand what you're saying, because back in the day, Coach Joy, we did not have that kind of system. My husband and I, we would just erratically just go grocery shopping and just do whatever. That is not the case. You can meal prep. It makes so much of a difference. You have your menus together. You have your food together. You know exactly what you're going to cook. You can change it up. You can add leftovers and put other stuff in leftovers and stuff like that. That is a great way to do that. Okay. Another question I get, and I hope that answers your question, Coach Kim. Let me know in the chat. Another question I get is, um, what's the difference between eating plant based or the fact that eating SAD? SAD stands for Standard American Diet. Oh gosh, Standard American Diet, I believe most of us know here in America. It's the high processed foods, right? The stuff that you see on TV during commercials, the stuff that you see at football games and baseball games, right? The hot dogs, the sausages, the Frankfurt is another name. The potato chips, the cakes, cookies, all that stuff, right? So plant based is really being able to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables that are plants, okay? That are just plants. So that's the difference. Another question I get is, oh, I love that. Create a menu. Yes, yes. Create a menu, guys. Create a menu. That's what she said. She loves that. Create a menu. Another question I get that I thought somebody else might be thinking is, how do I handle sugar? You guys know I talk a lot about sugar because I used to be a sugar addict, okay? And I mean really deep in sugar and stuff like that. So, how do I handle sugar? Okay, sugar is pretty much in everything. And you guys can check all the videos on my channels about definitely pinpointing certain things, but I would say sugar is really good for your body. We definitely need it in order to sustain us, but it doesn't have to be the fact where you're eating it all day and eating too much. Okay, so you just want to be aware and read the labels on things. And a lot of times, sugar does not come as sugar. It comes in a lot of different names that you are unable to pronounce. All right, so that's a clue there. All right. So another question is, what are some exercises that I can do when I'm having painful attacks, whether you have lupus, RA, MS, arthritis, maybe you just sustain an injury or something like that. What I like to do, when especially when things have happened, like recently, I'm overcoming a knee issue, temporarily knee issue that was hurting. So what I did is I like to walk. I like to walk anyway. So instead of walking really quickly, I'm walking a little bit slowly. You can do chair exercises. Stretching is really a great form of exercise. People don't believe that they can stretch, but you can stretch. Stretching your muscles actually help before any exercise, which I have to learn to do more of, especially as the swimmer that I am, and just taking one day at a time. I feel a lot of people like to, I got to get these 3 days in, I got to get these 5 days in, and you're hurting. That maybe isn't the best way to do it. Swimming, I know, is less stress on the joints, especially if you're having issues with pain. Water aerobics is fun. Just be careful in water aerobics because a lot of times in certain those classes they do a lot of jumping, and that still affects your joints. So take it as you can. But those are two ways of helping you and exercising is swimming and water aerobics and walking. Those are simple exercises you can do, and stretching too. Um, and now another question is that I get a lot of is what are some healthy snacks that you can eat, right? What are some healthy snacks I can eat, Coach T? I'm a person that's a busy professional. I, uh, I have kids. I'm working 40-hour weeks or maybe more. I'm home all the time now. I'm a remote worker, and everything is just glaring. I have stuff for my kids, but then I go snacking on their food. Well, listen, let me tell you something about that. Okay. Whatever you bring in your house, your kids can eat too. So when you start eliminating the stuff they want and putting the stuff that you guys need to stay healthy, that'll change exactly what healthy snacks we need to eat. Okay. You're the parent. Remember that you're the parent, and you are guiding your children into a healthier lifestyle because we know, especially here in America, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know here in America, child obesity is very high. We have little people ages 5 and 6 and 7 that are probably 100 pounds or more. And that is not healthy at all. So what are we doing as parents to guide them? Okay, we work on putting healthier snacks into our homes. So stuff like crunchy broccoli, cauliflower, and let me tell you, cauliflower, you can actually make what we call cauliflower bites in our house. So he makes a little mixture, and you can make it like buffalo tasting chicken, or you can make it like barbecue, or just make it plain, but it's crispy, and that can be a great healthy snack. Celery, cut them up in nice little straws. That's a nice little crunch instead of having potato chips. That celery definitely works. Baby carrots, they're sweet, especially if you find them in certain stores. They have really, really sweet baby carrots. You could take the cucumbers and make something out of that. Hey, you could put cucumbers in your water and give it a refreshing taste with some lemon and some ginger. How about sauerkraut? Sauerkraut is a great, what's it called? I forgot the name escapes me right now. Excuse me, but it's a great way to have that in your body too, because we need that also. So unless you're allergic to nuts and seeds, those are a great way to have that in your body too. Just be careful because certain nuts have a lot of high fat in them, like cashews. And I love me some cashews, but I have to be careful. I really measure out cashews when I eat them because I'll eat the whole bag. But they have a lot of high fat in them. So just be careful. And also, like I said, I eat according to my blood type. So certain nuts I cannot eat and I don't eat. So essentially, hi Frank, how you doing? Good to see you here today on LinkedIn. We're just ask me anything kind of questions today, and so some of the things I do. That's what I was thinking in terms of the top questions I usually get asked. Oh, another one is, and this is the last one I can think of, is what ways do I de-stress, especially when you're dealing with a chronic issue, because you're already heightened up because of the fact that you're not feeling well, and that could be even a cold, right, or the flu. So how do you de-stress in a world that stresses you out? Well, first of all, if you're not of the world, that's not going to be your concern. Um, but if you have to deal with something, ways I like to share with my clients in terms of de-stressing is finding ways to enjoy your time, whether it's quiet time with the Lord praying, whether it's on a walk in somewhere in your park, or somewhere that's really nature looking, or something like that. Another way to de-stress is writing in a journal. Oh my gosh, I have had journals since I've been 15 years old. Okay, and that's decades now, right? So journaling, getting out your feelings and your emotions, and also talking to a good friend that's not going to yes you all the time, that's going to tell you the truth, is really effective also. Okay, that's the way of de-stressing. I feel a lot of times we keep too much stuff in and we don't share. Share to someone that you trust. Share to God. He will take all our burdens away. I mean, make it a point of finding ways to calm your body down. And breathing actually helps too. I know we're breathing just right now that I'm talking to you. I'm taking the air and I'm breathing, but I mean, really labored breathing when you're taking like 4 counts and then holding it and then breathing out for another 5 or 6. Really pausing to understand your body. The more you understand your body and what it needs in terms of nutrition, balance, and harmony, I'd be better off that you start healing your body from top to bottom. So I'm going to share this. I know there are many questions that you probably still have in your situation today. I'm going to ask you, and some of you guys might feel scared. You might be feeling miserable. You might be losing hope, or maybe you just don't know. Okay, a lot of people just don't know what to do. So I'm here to tell you, you can overcome. You can be victorious in your health today. Ask for help. Don't be quiet. Don't be timid about it. Use your voice. Advocate for your health restoration. It's also about, what do I say to myself? How do I talk over life over myself instead of cursing myself by saying, I can't do this, I won't do this, I feel this way. No, let's speak life over ourselves. And I'm really here to help you. So I'm going to put on the screen. I know on YouTube you might not have it, but you could always DM me. I'm going to put on the screen. Um, what you can actually do is book a 15 or 20-minute health tea chat with me. I mean, you get free access to me on this call. There's no cost to you. And let's talk about what's happening, and let's get started and or restart it again on what's going on with you. It's available for you guys. I just want to let you know it's available for you. So if you like this video, share it out to a friend, do all the things you're supposed to do on these channels, subscribe and stuff like that, because I will definitely be back here next week at 7:30 in the morning, bright and early, to share something else with you. And Coach Joy, I'm doing a sugar detox. Okay to drink diluted juice mixed with water. Okay, it depends on what juice you're drinking, and hopefully the juice that you have doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. So I'm taking it, and I don't want to assume anything, Coach Joy. Um, if you're making natural juices, okay, we do add water in our natural juices when we make them, and I usually make protein type of shakes. My husband is more with just plain juices, and I would definitely do that at time too, like that. But I would say sugar detox really is simply like finding ways not to eat sugar. That's what I call a detox. I'm just eating more healthy foods. I'm eating real fruits. Yes, frozen fruits are good too, but I'm literally just eating more fruits and vegetables to really detox my body in terms of sugar. I'm staying away from the labels that have sugar in it. I'm probably not eating bread. What else would I be doing? Like I said, anything that has cakes, cookies, pastries, what else? Donuts, all of that is just detoxing for me. And you'll notice that once you do all of that, first of all, your body's going to feel amazing. Second of all, your skin is going to clear up if you were having any breakouts at all. Drink more water, of course, and your hair is going to show difference. Your nails are going to feel start growing really well. It's a lot of things when we start detoxing our bodies from high processed foods and eating more natural, anti-inflammatory, what I call it, or eating for our blood type of foods that are going to give us that boost and that energy on the cellular level, guys, from the tissues all the way up. And you're going to feel so good about that. But hey, we could talk offline to find details on what you're doing, Coach Joy. I would be glad to help you with that. So guys, I'm going to sign off today. I'm really glad that you guys were able to come with me on this journey. Ask me anything. And I know I took the liberty of just answering some questions that I thought most people ask, but that's okay, right? So I'll see you guys next week. Hey, everybody be good and have a good day, all right? And I'll check you out. So I'm closing and ending on the live on the audio because I don't think these guys have any questions. And then I'm going to end the live stream here. So look forward to seeing you. If you're around on Thursday, come join me on 12:30 because I always got something cool to say on there too. So hopefully God blessing me on that one, right? So guys, be good. Thank you very much for being here with me this morning. I really appreciate it. Love you all. Take care and have a blessed day. Peace and unity today, okay? Remember that. All right, bye.